Hey guys, in this lecture we are going to see what is SonarQube and what is the advantages of using SonarQube. At last, how to set up SonarQube. To understand SonarQube better, let's jump into the development phase. In the development phase, developers write the code. Once they have written the code, we need to validate whether they have written the quality code or not. Quality code nothing but we need to check whether it is a bug-free code or not. Is it secure or not? Secure nothing but it is not exposed to any secure vulnerabilities or problems. Duplication is avoided. Sometimes we may write repeated code. Instead of that one, we can write once and we can use that functionality in other places. Maybe we can call it as a reusability. Then tested properly. Whatever code you have written, whether have you tested it properly? Then complex code. Have you written any complex code? If so, it will be very difficult in case of any problems arises or somebody want to understand your code. They will take much more longer time. Sometimes it may lead to confusion. And easy to integrate with others code, nothing but maybe you are working with a group of people or in a team, then you need to integrate your code with their code. So in these cases it should not be create a problem. Apart from this, you can do some other checks to validate your code quality. But all this who can do? That is where peer review comes into the picture. Maybe you can ask your colleague who is good in writing the programs, whatever you are writing, and he will review it and he may suggest some of the betterments to your code. But if you are writing lengthy of the programs, reviewing manually is a quite a tedious task. So we need some kind of automation which can help us to review our code quality. That is where static code analysis comes into the picture. By using static code analysis, you can improve the code quality and also it reduces lot of your time efforts. So now let's understand what is the static code analysis tools are available in the market. I have just listed some of the code quality or code analysis tools. So SonarQube, CleverT, Rexis, VeraCode, CodeSense. Okay, these are some of the code quality analysis tools. Among these, SonarQube is one of the static code analysis or code quality tool. Now, what is the advantages of using SonarQube? The major advantage of using SonarQube is it is quality management tool. What do you mean by quality management? Apart from the code analysis, it is also gather the reports of various testings which you are doing. Maybe unit testing reports, code coverage reports, and few other things. It is going to collect and display in the GUI in very nice understandable format. So if you see here, quality gate is passed, how many bugs you have, vulnerabilities, code smells, coverage, duplications, such kind of information is displayed over here. So it is quite easy for us to understand where you can improve. Now let's understand the components of SonarQube. Three major components in the SonarQube server. First thing, rules. Rules nothing but instructions which you need to follow while writing your code. There are some best practices, right? Those are converted into rules and they kept it. There are many default rules which comes along with your SonarQube installation. So you can run those rules. Next thing, database. You have rules. These rules are run on your source code. Once that is done, you will get a analysis report. That analysis report you need to store in a database. That is the reason in SonarQube, whenever you install, you will get a database as well. Next, web interface. Once your analysis reports are stored in database, through the web interface, you can see and understand easily. Okay, these are the major components. Apart from this, we have a Elasticsearch which helps to search required data from your SonarQube database. Next thing, Sonar Scanner. Sonar Scanner is a service or agent which runs on the system where code exists. Let's take that you have a Java code. Now you want to gather the report of your Java code. In that case, you need to install Sonar Scanner on the where your source code exists and run the scan. Once it runs the scan, it is going to gather the report and that will be get published into the SonarQube. How it is getting published, I will discuss in a while. Next thing, wherever you have a sonar scanner, you should have the source code. Okay, that you need to remember. Next, this sonar scanner can run and generate reports from quite different languages. If you want to know the list of the languages which are supported by our SonarQube and sonar scanner, let's jump into SonarQube website and check it out. You can see here, this is the SonarQube official website, and if you scroll down, it supports 27 programming languages, and if you want to see the detailed one, You can see over here. These all are the languages which are supported by the SonarQube. It can able to generate code quality report of any of these programs. All right, let's go back. Next thing, we will see how the communication happens between the SonarQube and Sonar Scanner. So let's take this. This is a developer system or where your source code does exist, and we want to run the Sonar Scanner over here. So we must install Sonar Scanner over here. This is the SonarQube server where we have a database, and you just think that it is a web interface. So first step, Sonar Scanner collects required information from the source code. So in this case, your source code should have the sonar scanner.properties file. In that, it will have some of the information that it is going to collect it. If it doesn't have the sonar scanner file, okay, you should generate one. That is the first step. Second step is it is going to gather the applicable rules. Let's take that it is a Java program. How does it know? Because in the Sonar Scanner file, it will have that information. Now, Sonar Scanner is going to pull the rules which are applicable for the Java. In next step, it is going to generate the reports. Sonar Scanner runs the rules on the source code and generate a report like any bugs are there, security problems, code coverage issues, such kind of things it is going to run, and it generates a report. These report with the help of SonarQube, it stores in a database. Once it is stored in a database, through the graphical user interface, we can able to see a visual diagrams or visual reports, which can be easy for us to understand. That is how SonarQube and Sonar Scanner works together to generate the reports. Now let's go and set up SonarQube server. To set up SonarQube server, I have created list of the steps in my GitHub account. Let's go and have a look.